Hi dears, today let's start the topic proportion. What is proportion? Let's come to it through one example. Here you can see that 3 balls in the left side and 6 balls in the right side. From 3 we are choosing only one ball, and from 6 we are going to choose 2 balls. In the left side there is only one ball which is yellow, and in the right side there is 2 balls, they are yellow. How can we represent this yellow color ball in the form of a fraction? From 3 we are choosing only 1, that we can represent like 1 upon 3. In the same way, how can we represent 2 yellow balls from 6 balls? It is 2 upon 6. But we know that these two fractions, 1 by 3 and 2 by 6, are equal. How it is equal? Yes, correct. It's by using equivalent fraction method. What is equivalent fraction method? Equivalent fraction method means we can multiply both numerator and the denominator using the same number. Here 1 upon 3, when we multiply numerator and the denominator by 2, you will get 2 upon 6. So these two fractions are equal. We can write the same thing in another way using ratio. We have learned in the previous class that 1 by 3 you can write like 1 is to 3. 2 by 6 like 2 is to 6. We have seen these two fractions are equal. Therefore, 1 is to 3 equal to 2 is to 6. So these two ratios are equal. Let's see another example. An artist drawn a picture with body length 20 and face length 10. Let's see the original picture. It's having body length 30 and the face length 15. Is the ratio same? Let's check. We are going to find the fraction with numerator as face length and denominator as body length. For the picture drawn, it is 10 upon 20. And for the original picture, it is 15 upon 30. Is these two ratios same? 10 upon 20 we can write like 1 upon 2. How we got 1 upon 2? The same equivalent fraction method. 10 upon 20. The greatest common factor is 10. We are going to divide both the numerator and the denominator using 10. So you will get 1 upon 2. What about 15 upon 30? Here also the greatest common factor between numerator and the denominator is 15, and we can divide both sides using 15. The answer will be 1 by 2. Yes, the two ratios are equal. So we can write these two ratios or these two fractions are equal in another way. like 10 is to 20 equal to 15 is to 30. We have seen in these two examples with some ratios which are equal. Let's come to the word proportion or proportionality. A proportion is an equality of ratios, or we can say that an equality of two ratios is called proportion. So, from the above two examples, we have 1 is to 3 is equal to 2 is to 6 and 10 is to 20 equal to 15 is to 30. Or we can say that the numbers 1, 3, 2 and 6 are in proportion. And the numbers 10, 20, 15 and 30 are in proportion. Here is another proportion given. A by B equal to C by D. And we can write the same thing as A is to B equal to C is to D. There is another way of representing this proportion. It's like A is to B proportional to C is to D. The two colons together. This is the symbol we are going to use to denote proportion. So instead of equal to, we are going to use this symbol, and this symbol stands for is as, and we can read like A is to B is as C is to D. A is to B is as C is to D. Another proportion is given as A is to B is as C is to D. Here is the proportion A is to B is as C is to D. The four terms of the ratios are A, the first term, B, the second term, C, the third term, and D, the fourth term. The order is very important. Again, A is the first term, B is the second term, C is the third term, and D the fourth term. In this proportion, let's consider the first and the last term together. The first term is A and the last term it is D. Last and the fourth. The terms are A and D. The two terms together we can give one name. The name is extreme terms or extremes. So in a proportion, the first term and the fourth term together having one common name, it is extremes. In the same way, the middle two terms, that is the term second and the third term, together we can name it as middle terms or means. So in a proportion, the first term and the fourth term together we can name it as extremes, and the second term, third term, Together we can name it as means. Let's see some examples. In the proportion 2:6 is as 3:9. Which are the extremes? The extremes are the first term and the last term together. It is 2 and 9. Which are the means? Correct. The means or the middle terms are the second term 6 and the third term 2. Let's consider another example. 8:6 is as 20:15. Here the first term is 8, second term 6, third term 20 and the fourth term is 15. The extremes are first term 8 and the last term 15. What about the means? Correct. The means are the middle terms 6 and 20. Let's see one problem. Check whether the two ratios 20:30 and 40:48 form a proportion or not. For this, let's consider the ratios separately. Let's consider the first ratio 25:30. We can write this one in the form of a fraction 25/30. Is there any common factor between numerator and denominator? Yes, correct. It is 5. So let's divide both the numerator and the denominator using 5. It will be 5/6. Let's consider the next ratio 40:48. This one also you can write like 40/48. Which is the common factor for both the numerator and denominator? Correct. It is 8 here. So we are going to divide numerator and denominator by 8. So that 40 divided by 8 is 5. 48 divided by 8 is 6. You can see that when we simplified the fractions to the simplest form, we got the two ratios as 5/6 and 5/6, which means that the two ratios 25:30 is equal to 40:48. Or we can say that these two ratios 25:30 is proportional to 40:48. In another way, the numbers 25, 30, 40 and 48 are in proportion. Let's see another example. Do the ratios 15 centimeter to 2 meter and 24 seconds to 3 minutes form a proportion? In ratio, we have seen that when you are comparing to raise two numbers in the form of a ratio, it should be in same unit. Here, one is given in centimeter and another is given in meter. For the second ratio, one is given in seconds, another in minutes. So, 2 meter we are going to convert into centimeter, and we know that 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So 2 meter is equal to 200 centimeter. So the ratio between 15 and 2, it's not 2 actually, 200, and there is no unit for ratio. We make the unit as same, so you can directly write it as 15 is to 200, or you can write in the form of a fraction like 15 upon 200, it is equal to, we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 5. 5 is the common factor. When you divide it, it will be 3 upon 40. Then come to the next ratio. It is 24 seconds to 3 minutes. Here also the units are not same. So 1 minute equal to, what is 1 minute equal to? Correct, it is 60 seconds. So 3 minutes equal to 3 times 60. 3 times 60 seconds, it is 180 seconds. So let's find the ratio between 24 and 180. Let's write in the form of a fraction 24 upon 180. Which is the common fraction between numerator and denominator? It is 12. When you divide by 12 on both sides, it will be 2 upon 15. Here, when you simplify the ratios, it's not equal. So you can conclude that 15 is to 200 is not proportional to 24 is to 180. Or we can say that the numbers 15, 200, 24 and 180 do not form a proportion. If two ratios are given, how to check whether it is in proportion or not? There is a rule for that. The name is cross product rule. This cross product rule we have seen earlier. Did you remember where? Correct. You have seen it when you compare the two fractions. To check whether two fractions are equivalent or not, you are using the rule cross product method. A very small difference is here between what we have learned in fraction and what we are going to learn here. Let's take the same examples we have seen. It is 2 is to 6 is as 3 is to 9. The fractional form is 2 upon 6 equal to 3 upon 9. These two fractions are equal or equivalent fractions. Using cross product method, you can find the answer by 2 upon 2 times 9. It is 18, and 6 times 3. It is again 18. So these two answers, so the products are same. So we can say that these two fractions are equivalent. Now let's see one similarity. What is 2? From the proportion statement, 2 is the first term and 9 is the last term or the fourth term. So here actually we find the product of first term and the last term. It is extremes. What about the second one? 6 and 3. 6 is the second term, 3 is the third term. So these two are the middle terms, and here we find the product of means, middle terms or means. You can see that for an equivalent fraction here, when we consider the numerator of the first fraction and the denominator of the second fraction, we multiply the numerator of the first fraction with denominator of the second fraction. It will be same as the product of denominator of the first fraction with the numerator of the second fraction, and hence we say these two fractions are equivalent. And when we consider it the same thing as a proportional statement, here we find the product of extremes. The product of extremes are 2 times 9. It is 18. The product of means, the middle term, 6 times 3. It is equal to 18. So we can conclude that if the product of extremes is equal to product of means, we can say that the two ratios are in proportion, or this is known as the cross product rule. So if we find the products of extremes is not equal to product of means, then the ratios are not in proportion. Thank you for watching the video.